You're a pink flamingo. Gemini, that's what I saw when I picked up the energy behind your card, which is the Five of Wands. Now, flamingos, they have a kind of a tough life. They have to kind of waddle around in all this water, right? And they have to survive that way by they actually run around in packs because it distracts predators and stuff, but really their life is not easy, but they make it look easy. And that's kind of the theme of flamingos. They balance difficulty very well, and they usually are just balanced on one foot. And so the whole idea behind a flamingo is they can balance the difficulties of life and they can make it look easy. And then we've got the Five of Wands, which is the card for difficulty. So I think you guys are kind of juggling a lot of stuff in your life, but I'm getting the sense that you're handling it. Although I did get some other gnarly imagery that I'll mention in a second. In fact, I'm going to pull more cards and then I'll mention the other things that I saw in a second. Let's see what we got here. And then here are the things that you're juggling. So you guys are juggling family, 10 of Cups. You guys are juggling fires, basically putting out fires. And this could be within the family because we've also got the family card. But Judgment with the King of Cups and the Knight of Swords is kind of like something crazy comes up that only you can deal with, and you have to immediately pick up your phone and talk to somebody and deal with something. Or you need to file some documentation in, because the Knight of Swords is both speech and documentation. You have to take it. Basically, you have to put out the fire. You have to deal with the situation. And that, I think, has not just to do with work. I think this is also family stuff that ends up falling on your lap. Now, let's look at the bottom card here. Seven of Swords. You're not supposed to have these responsibilities. You guys are almost taking on other people's responsibilities. And that's part of the reason why you're overworked and you're juggling so many things, is it's almost like you've taken on other people's chores and jobs and responsibilities, and you're doing them. You're holding down the fort. Look at this. You're holding down the fort. You're the Knight of Pentacles. You're the Magician. But it's self-sabotage because those are not supposed to be your responsibilities. And so it is only a matter of time before you lose balance. You can only balance so much on one foot, right? Before you fall over, and there's you falling over in the end with the Ten of Swords. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the other things that I saw when I picked up the energy behind your cards, because I saw a snake and I saw scales. So the scales is obvious. It's like you're trying to balance things. You're always trying to balance. It isn't going to work forever until you get rid of some of the responsibilities that are not supposed to be yours. Or even the fires, when things come up, sometimes you're not supposed to be the person to take care of it, and you take care of it anyway for whatever reason. Maybe it's just it's an identity thing. You believe yourself to be the most responsible, the most capable, whatever. But this is saying that's self-sabotage, and that's what keeps you so busy that you need to juggle all these things. But then the snake is, I think, it's the negative influence. It's the temptation. It's the people who maybe cause the fires. It's the people who throw you off kilter by dragging, taking your attention. Oh, look over here. We've got a fire for you to put out. I think the people around you are the snakes. Let's pull oracle cards and we will find out more. Tell me more about the flamingos, the snakes, and the scales, keeping balance amidst the snakes. I think you're a flamingo tiptoeing around a bunch of snakes. That's what I think. And it's hard to not get bit, essentially. Let's see what we get. Anything else here? I'm almost wondering if they're natural enemies now. I'd have to look that one up because I'm not sure. But let's see. What else can we find out about Gemini? What else can we find out? It's unsustainable. Holy crap, this is so obvious. This is so clear. The wall reversed is a situation where it's your wall is unstable. It's a situation that is flimsy. That is, there's no other better way to say it. And the road is just the direction you're going. So keeping going doing what you're doing, you're gonna destabilize your situation. You're going to crack. You're going to, drop the ball, right? You're going to get eaten by snakes, metaphorically speaking. You're just not going to be able to handle your life because it's unsustainable to be essentially taking on other people's fights, responsibilities, and then just being like, oh, I'm good. I can juggle all of this. And maybe you can, but it's still self-sabotage. Let's go ahead and just pull some advice and see what we get for advice for you guys. Wow. Okay, the Hermit. Worry about your own shit, juggle your own shit. Don't try to juggle, because flamingos also, there's other flamingos around them, right? Don't juggle other flamingos' problems because you got your own snakes to deal with, right? And don't try to fight other people's snakes. Fight your own snakes only. And that's what the Hermit card is saying. The Hermit's like alone, right? A hermit. And so it's like you got your own problems. You got enough problems of your own to deal with besides other people's problems. Look at this, King of Cups. You do have enough problems of your own. You don't need to be taking on other people's problems. And that's what also tips the scale to make it, it throws your life off balance. It throws your life off balance when you like try to just help too many people, try to fight other people's battles, that sort of a thing. That's what this is saying. Let's see what we get out of your cards. Any last advice for Gemini, please? Any last advice for Gemini? I mean, on the bottom we have the scales, the Libra card, which is a picture of the scales. So I mean, it's all, this entire reading is all talking about how to keep in balance in your life. And part of your biggest problem is not taking on other people's problems. That's just really what this reading is all about for you guys, Gemini. The number 2 and Libra, that's on the bottom. But let's talk about the cards that are on the table. So the number 4 and the Mask is talking about what's right around you. You got shit that you could be looking at, paying attention to, that's just right around you. You don't need to be looking into other people's businesses. Going to, like, call up a friend, do you need help? It's like, well, no, clean your own house, clean your house. You know, you don't need to be offering to do something for a friend that you don't even do for yourself. And this is saying you got plenty to do for yourself. And actually what this is saying is wait for them to ask you for help. Wait for the call. It's like, don't just offer and butt in. That's just you meddling in other people's business. What this is saying, wait for people to ask you for help. Wait for people to ask you for assistance with something before you just add it to the number of things that you're juggling. And that's part of the problem, and that's, I think, why maybe you guys offer. You guys offer to help too much, and that's why you take in way more responsibility than is yours to actually handle. I think that's it, Gemini. I think that's pretty complete. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to see more of these readings, don't forget to subscribe, follow, and if you want to support my work, you can check out Patreon. Link should be below. I have more readings over there. Love readings, some cool stuff. So check that out. And with that, I'll see you next time.